The little finch's beak. Fizz the little finch woke up to a sunny morning in the big forest. He looked at his reflection in a shiny puddle and noticed something different. His beak was longer and curvier than his friends. Fizz wondered if his beak could do special things. With a cheerful chirp, he decided to find out what made his beak so unique. Fizz flew to the berry bush where his friends loved to eat red, juicy berries. But the berries were hidden behind thick leaves, and the other birds couldn't reach them easily. Using his special beak, Fizz gently moved the leaves aside and picked the berries with ease. All the birds cheered, and Fizz felt proud and happy. Next, Fizz met Sammy the squirrel, who was trying to open a tiny acorn but couldn't crack it. Fizz tried using his beak to gently tap the acorn and crack. The acorn split open. Sammy clapped his paws in delight and shared the acorn's seeds with Fizz. They laughed and played together under the tall trees. As the sun began to set, Fizz flew back to his flock, feeling happy and proud. His beak was not just different, it was special. It helped him find tasty berries, make new friends, and have wonderful adventures. All the birds gathered around, listening to Fizz's stories about his big day. The Voyage of Emma and Ethan. Once upon a time, there were two brave siblings named Emma and Ethan. One sunny morning, they found a magical boat at the edge of their backyard. With a big smile, the boat said, "Hop on, friends. Let's sail the sparkling sea." Emma and Ethan giggled with excitement and climbed aboard. Off they went, the boat gliding over the bright blue water, leaving a trail of shimmering bubbles behind. As they sailed, they spotted a lovely island filled with singing trees and dancing flowers. "Look, Emma, the flowers are waving at us," Ethan shouted. The boat laughed and said, "Let's go explore." They docked on the sandy shore, and the flowers twirled in delight as Emma and Ethan danced along with them, feeling the soft breeze and the warm sunshine. Suddenly, a friendly dolphin jumped out of the water. "Hello, Emma and Ethan, want to play a game?" the dolphin squeaked. "Yes!" they cheered. The dolphin led them in a game of tag, splashing and laughing together. They raced through the waves, feeling like they could fly. The boat cheered them on, saying, "You're the fastest sailors I know." After a day full of laughter and joy, the sun began to set, painting the sky with pinks and oranges. Emma and Ethan waved goodbye to their new dolphin friend and climbed back onto their boat. "What a wonderful adventure," Emma said, her eyes sparkling. Ethan nodded, "I can't wait for our next voyage." With happy hearts, they sailed back home, dreaming of all the magical places they would explore together. The brave little Frigatebirds sail. Once upon a time, in a sunny seaside village, there lived a brave little Frigatebird named Freddie. Freddie loved to soar high in the sky and dream of adventures across the sparkling sea. Every day, he watched the big birds sailing gracefully above the waves, their wings gliding with ease. "One day, I will sail just like them," Freddie chirped excitedly. One bright morning, Freddie decided today was the day. He flapped his wings and took off into the sky. The wind rushed through his feathers as he soared higher and higher. But suddenly, dark clouds rolled in and the wind howled ominously. Freddie felt a shiver of fear. What if I can't sail through the storm? He thought. Just then, Freddie remembered his friends below. The cheerful dolphins leaped out of the water, calling out, "You can do it, Freddie. Trust your wings." The friendly sea turtle swam alongside, cheering him on. "You are braver than you think." Freddie took a deep breath, feeling the warmth of his friend's encouragement. With a burst of courage, Freddie flapped his wings and sailed into the storm. The wind whooshed around him, but he remembered his friends' cheers. He soared above the clouds, and when he emerged, the sun sparkled like diamonds on the sea below. Freddie had sailed through the storm, and he felt like a hero. From that day on, Freddie knew he could face any challenge, as long as he believed in himself and had his friends by his side. And so, the brave little Frigatebird continued to sail across the sparkling sea, discovering new adventures every day. "The sky is the limit," he chirped, flying high with a heart full of joy. The happy team of Harry and Hannah. In the heart of a bright and sunny forest, Harry the bunny and Hannah the squirrel were the happiest friends you could ever meet. Every morning, they would hop and scurry through the trees, giggling and searching for fun. Today was extra special because they decided to become the happy team and help their forest friends find lost treasures hidden all around. With their big smiles and curious eyes, they were ready for an adventure full of surprises. First, Harry and Hannah heard a tiny chirp from above. It was Bluebird, fluttering nervously. "Oh no, I lost my shiny blue feather," Bluebird said sadly. The happy team put on their thinking caps and started searching together. Under bushes, behind tree trunks, and near sparkling streams, they looked everywhere. Suddenly, Hannah spotted something gleaming near a patch of daisies. It was Bluebird's shiny feather. Bluebird chirped joyfully and thanked them with a happy song. Next, the happy team heard soft footsteps. It was Daisy the deer, looking worried. "I lost my lucky leaf necklace," she said with a sigh. Harry and Hannah joined paws and searched carefully under tall ferns and soft moss. Suddenly, Hannah's sharp eyes spotted the necklace hanging on a low branch, twinkling in the sunlight. Daisy's eyes sparkled with happiness as she put on her necklace. "Thank you, happy team. You make the forest shine brighter," she smiled. Finally, Harry and Hannah found a little treasure chest hidden beneath a pile of colorful autumn leaves. What could be inside? Hannah wondered aloud. The chest creaked open, revealing sparkling acorns and shiny pebbles, treasures for all their forest friends to share. Everyone gathered around, laughing and clapping. Harry and Hannah beamed with pride. They knew that the happiest treasure was the joy they shared together as a team. As the sun began to set, painting the sky with pink and orange, Harry and Hannah snuggled close and smiled. "We had the best day ever," said Harry. "Yes," agreed Hannah, "because when we work together and help others, every day is magical." The happy team waved goodbye to their friends and promised to have many more adventures. And in the forest, laughter and friendship twinkled just like the stars that began to shine above. The little chickens Peep. Once upon a time on a sunny farm, there lived a little chicken named Peep. She was bright yellow with fluffy feathers and a cheerful heart. But one day, Peep woke up and noticed something strange. Her Chirp was missing. Where did my Peep go? She wondered, flapping her tiny wings. Determined to find her voice, Peep set off on an adventure across the farm. As Peep waddled through the tall grass, she met a friendly cow named Clara. "Moo, what's the matter, little Peep?" asked Clara. "I've lost my Chirp," Peep replied sadly. Clara smiled and said, "Don't worry, let's look for it together." With a happy moo, Clara joined Peep on her quest. Next, they came across a playful pig named Percy, rolling in the mud. "Oink, are you looking for something?" he asked, splashing mud everywhere. Peep explained her lost Chirp, and Percy squealed, "Let's find it, I can help." With a joyful oink, Percy joined the adventure, making Peep giggle. Finally, they met a wise old sheep named Sophie, who was taking a nap under a shady tree. "Bah, what's all the fuss?" she asked, yawning. Peep shared her story, and Sophie said, "Sometimes the best way to find something is to believe in yourself. Let's sing together." So Peep took a deep breath and started to sing with her friends. With every note, she felt her Chirp coming back. And then, with a joyful peep, her voice returned. Peep danced around with Clara, Percy, and Sophie, filled with happiness. "Thank you, friends, I found my Chirp," she chirped with glee. From that day on, Peep knew that with friends by her side, she could always find her way. Every morning, she would wake up and peep with all her heart, reminding everyone that believing in yourself is the magic that makes everything possible. The photo album of memories. Once upon a time, in a cozy little house, lived a girl named Lily. One sunny afternoon, she found an old photo album tucked away on a shelf. Curious, she opened it, and to her surprise, the pictures sparkled and twinkled. "Wow, what is this magic?" she exclaimed, her eyes wide with wonder. As Lily turned the pages, one photo popped out. It was of her first birthday party, filled with balloons and laughter. Suddenly, she was whisked away to that magical day. She saw her friends, balloons floating high, and yummy cake waiting to be eaten. "This is the best day ever," Lily giggled. With a flip of the page, Lily found another photo of a sunny picnic in the park. In an instant, she was surrounded by her family, a blanket full of yummy sandwiches and playful squirrels. "Let's share our sandwiches," Lily laughed as the squirrels danced around her. Finally, Lily turned to a photo of her playing with her puppy in the backyard. The moment she stepped into the picture, Puppy wagged its tail and barked happily. Together, they chased butterflies and rolled in the grass. "You're my best friend," she said, hugging her puppy tightly. After all the adventures, Lily smiled as she closed the photo album. "What a wonderful journey through my memories," she said. "Every picture is a treasure that makes me smile." And from that day on, Lily knew that memories were magical, just like her special photo album. The Sweet Surprises of Sally and Sam. One sunny morning, Sally and Sam, two playful squirrels found a hidden door beneath a big oak tree. With a little push, the door creaked open, revealing a magical garden filled with colorful flowers that smelled like candy. Sally's eyes sparkled as she reached out to touch a bright pink flower that tasted like strawberry lollipops. Sam giggled as he nibbled on a blue flower that tasted like blueberry cupcakes. They couldn't believe their sweet surprise. As they wandered deeper, Sally and Sam discovered a sparkling stream where the water tasted like fizzy lemonade. They drank happily, feeling the bubbles tickle their noses. Around the stream, candy cane trees stood tall, their red and white stripes shining in the sunlight. Sally picked a candy cane and twirled it in her paws, while Sam found a chocolate rock to nibble on. Every step brought a new sweet surprise that made their adventure even more magical. Suddenly, a gentle breeze blew petals from a giant cupcake flower, and they floated down like soft, sweet snowflakes. Sally caught a petal and shared it with Sam. They laughed as the petals melted like tiny drops of honey in their mouths. Feeling full of happiness, they sat under a rainbow tree that shimmered with every color. Sally whispered, "The sweetest surprise isn't just the candy, but sharing it with a friend." Sam nodded, his eyes twinkling with joy. Together, they knew the magic was in their friendship. The happy lesser Goldfinch's Chirp. In a bright, sunny meadow filled with colorful flowers and tall green grass lived Sunny, a happy little lesser goldfinch. Every morning, Sunny would sing the sweetest chirps that made all the flowers dance and the butterflies flutter around joyfully. His chirp was so cheerful and bright, it was like a tiny sunshine song that made everyone smile. Sunny loved sharing his happy chirp with all his meadow friends, and they loved to hear it. One morning, Sunny woke up and tried to chirp, but no sound came out. He felt puzzled and a little worried. Where did his chirp go? Determined to find it, Sunny flapped his tiny wings and decided to go on an adventure across the meadow. He hoped to find his chirp hiding somewhere, ready to come back and fill the air with joy again. Sunny first met Bella, a shy blue butterfly resting on a bright daisy. "Have you seen my chirp?" Sunny asked. Bella smiled softly and said, "Maybe it's playing hide and seek. Let's look together." So, Sunny and Bella fluttered past daisies and dandelions, searching for the missing chirp with wide eyes and hopeful hearts. Next, they met Leela, a tiny ladybug crawling on a green leaf. "I haven't seen your chirp, Sunny," Leela said kindly, "but maybe your chirp is waiting for you to share it again." Sunny wondered what Leela meant and felt a tiny spark of hope inside. Could his chirp be waiting for him to be brave and happy once more? Finally, Sunny and his friends reached the old wise tree with a big smile on its bark. "Sometimes," said the tree in a deep, gentle voice, "your chirp is not lost. It's inside your heart, waiting for you to feel happy and share it again." Sunny closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and remembered all the fun he had with his friends. Suddenly, a tiny chirp popped out, then another, growing louder and merrier. Sunny's chirp filled the meadow once again, happier and brighter than ever. All the flowers swayed, butterflies danced, and even the old tree seemed to hum along. Sunny learned that happiness grows when shared with friends, and that sometimes all it takes is a little courage to find your own song again. And from that day on, Sunny's chirp was a melody of friendship and joy that echoed through the meadow every morning. The friendly American goldfinches call. Once upon a time, in a sunny meadow, there lived a cheerful little bird named Goldie. Goldie was an American goldfinch with bright yellow feathers and a sweet, melodious call. Every morning, she would perch on a tall sunflower and sing her lovely song, filling the meadow with happiness. Tweet, 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 she would chirp, and all the animals would listen, smiling at her joyful tune. One sunny day, as Goldie sang her sweet song, Benny the bunny hopped over. "Goldie, your singing is so beautiful," he exclaimed, his little nose twitching with delight. Lucy the ladybug flew by and landed on a nearby leaf. "Yes, your voice makes everything feel so happy," she chimed in. Goldie smiled and continued to sing, her heart filling with joy as her friends gathered around to listen. Then Timmy the turtle slowly wandered over, his shell shining in the sun. "Goldie, your song makes me feel like dancing," he said with a big smile. Goldie flapped her wings excitedly. "Let's all dance together," she called out. And with that, Goldie sang her happiest song yet, the notes twirling through the air like a gentle breeze. Benny hopped, Lucy danced, and even Timmy wiggled his little feet. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink, Goldie finished her song. "Thank you, my friends. You made my day so special," she chirped happily. Benny, Lucy, and Timmy cheered, knowing that together they had shared a beautiful moment. From that day on, every time Goldie sang, her friends would join in, turning each song into a celebration of friendship. The Halloween Adventure of Harry and Hannah. One chilly Halloween night, Harry the pirate and Hannah the fairy were ready for adventure. They put on their costumes, grabbed their candy bags, and stepped outside. "Look at all the spooky decorations," said Harry, pointing to the cobwebs and glowing skeletons. "This is going to be the best Halloween ever." They giggled as they walked through the neighborhood, where every house had a different surprise waiting for them. As they went from house to house, they met friendly ghosts who floated down from the trees. "Boo," they said, but instead of being scary, they laughed and danced around Harry and Hannah. "Join us for a ghostly jig," the ghosts exclaimed. Harry and Hannah twirled and wiggled, their laughter echoing under the moonlight. It was a Halloween party like no other. After their dance, the ghosts led them to a garden full of giggling pumpkins. Each pumpkin had a happy face and was bouncing up and down. "Come play with us," they cheered. Harry and Hannah jumped in joy and played hide and seek among the pumpkins, their laughter ringing through the air. This Halloween was turning into a magical adventure. Finally, it was time to go home. Harry and Hannah waved goodbye to their new ghostly friends and the giggling pumpkins. "This was the best Halloween ever," they said, their candy bags full of treats. As they walked home under the twinkling stars, they couldn't wait to share their adventure with everyone. They knew Halloween was all about fun, friends, and a sprinkle of magic. The Happy Hen's Cluck. On a sunny morning at Sunny Farm, Happy Hen woke up feeling extra cheerful. She stretched her wings wide and gave a big, bright cluck that echoed across the farmyard. Her cluck was special. It was full of happiness and made everyone's day a little brighter. As the other animals heard her joyful sound, they began to smile and wag their tails and hooves. Happy Hen loved sharing her happy cluck with all her friends. Today, Happy Hen noticed that little duckling looked a bit sad because she had lost her favorite shiny pebble. Feeling helpful, Happy Hen clucked a sweet, happy tune to cheer little duckling up. Her cluck sounded like a happy song that made everyone want to dance and play. Soon, the animals all joined in, singing and searching together. Before long, they found the shiny pebble near a patch of daisies. With the pebble found, Happy Hen clucked even louder, celebrating their success. The farmyard was filled with laughter and happy clucks. Even the shy sheep joined in the fun, shaking her fluffy wool in delight. Happy Hen realized that her cluck wasn't just a sound. It was a way to bring everyone together, spread kindness, and make the farm a happier place for all her friends. The Tasty Travels of Tom and Tina. Tom and Tina were two little bunnies who loved to eat and explore. One sunny morning, they packed their tiny backpacks with crunchy carrots and soft bread and hopped out into the world to find the tastiest foods ever. Their noses twitched with excitement as they dreamed of sweet berries, warm pies, and crunchy cookies waiting for them just beyond the forest. First, they met a friendly turtle named Tilly who had a shell that looked like a giant watermelon. Tilly shared juicy, red watermelon slices with them. Tom and Tina giggled as the sweet juice dripped down their chins. They learned that sharing tasty treats made every bite even better and made new friends along the way. Next, the bunnies followed a melody to find a parrot named Polly, who loved to sing and eat bananas. Polly peeled a bright yellow banana and offered it to Tom and Tina. They all danced and sang a silly song about bananas and sunshine. It was the yummiest tune they ever heard, and they felt their tummies giggle with happiness. As the sun began to set, Tom and Tina found a magical pie tree. The tree's branches were heavy with pies of all flavors: apple, cherry, and even pumpkin. They each took a tiny bite and tasted a burst of sweetness that made their eyes sparkle. They realized the tastiest part of their travels was all the fun and friends they had made. Full and happy, Tom and Tina hopped back home under the twinkling stars. They dreamed of their next tasty adventure, knowing the world was full of yummy surprises and wonderful friends. But for now, they snuggled up, smiling and ready to dream of the tasty travels that tomorrow might bring. The family road trip of Rosie and Ryan. One sunny morning, Rosie and Ryan jumped into their family car, ready for a big road trip. "Where are we going?" Rosie asked, her eyes shining with excitement. "To the magic forest," Ryan replied, holding a map. They packed their favorite snacks and waved goodbye to their house, the adventure ahead making them giggle. As they drove along, they passed fields of flowers dancing in the breeze and tall trees whispering secrets. Suddenly, a friendly rabbit hopped alongside their car. "Hello, Rosie and Ryan," said the rabbit. "Would you like to play?" The siblings laughed and cheered. "Yes." The rabbit led them to a sunny meadow where a picnic party was happening. Animals of all kinds were gathered: squirrels, birds, and even a wise old turtle. They shared sandwiches, grapes, and cookies. Rosie and Ryan laughed as they played games and danced with their new furry friends. After a day full of laughter and fun, it was time to head home. Rosie and Ryan waved goodbye to their new friends, promising to return. As they drove back, they shared stories of their adventure, feeling happy and loved. "Best road trip ever," they shouted together, dreaming of the next one. The happy Dickcissels chirp. In a sunny meadow, where wildflowers danced in the breeze, lived Dilly the Dickcissel. Dilly was a little bird with a soft yellow belly and a happy chirp that sounded like sunshine. Every morning, he perched on his favorite branch and sang songs that made the flowers smile and the butterflies sway. His chirp was so joyful that even the sleepy bumblebees woke up to listen. Dilly loved to sing because it made his heart feel light and his friends feel happy. One day, as Dilly chirped his favorite tune, he noticed a little ladybug crawling slowly on a leaf. "Hello, Lady Leela," Dilly chirped. "Would you like to sing with me?" Lady Leela smiled shyly and nodded. Together, their sounds blended like a gentle breeze and a soft raindrop. Soon, a curious rabbit hopped over, and a buzzing bumblebee joined in. The meadow was alive with music, and everyone's smiles grew bigger and brighter because Dilly's happy chirp had made a new song for all to share. As the sun began to set, painting the sky with pink and orange, Dilly chirped one last happy song. His melody floated over the meadow like a warm hug, reminding everyone that sharing happiness makes the world brighter. Lady Leela, the rabbit, the bumblebee, and all the flowers whispered, "Thank you, Dilly." And with a soft yawn, Dilly snuggled into his cozy nest, dreaming of tomorrow's new songs and smiles. The happy chirp of the little Dickcissel had filled the meadow with joy once again. The angry little ant. One sunny morning, Andy the little ant woke up feeling very grumpy. His tiny home, the anthill, was messy with leaves and crumbs everywhere. "Oh no," Andy shouted, stomping his feet. "Why is no one helping to clean?" His antennae twitched with frustration as he looked around. The other ants were busy carrying food or playing, but not a single one was tidying up. Andy's anger grew bigger and bigger like a storm inside him. Andy decided to clean all by himself. He started picking up leaves and crumbs, but they kept falling down. "This is so hard," he grumbled. Just then, his friend Bella the butterfly fluttered by. "Why are you so angry, Andy?" Bella asked with a gentle smile. "I want everything to be perfect," Andy replied. Bella had a bright idea. "Why don't you ask your friends to help? Cleaning is easier and more fun together," she said, flapping her colorful wings. Andy thought about Bella's words and decided to try. He called out, "Friends, let's clean the anthill together." One by one, the ants stopped what they were doing and joined him. They sang a happy cleaning song as they worked side by side. Andy felt his anger melt away and a big smile spread across his face. Soon, the anthill was sparkling clean, and everyone was laughing and dancing. Andy learned that sharing work with friends made everything better and more fun. The friendly piglet's Oink. In a sunny meadow where the grass tickled his tiny feet, Pippin the piglet woke up with a big happy oink. His oink was special. It wasn't loud or scary, but warm and friendly, like a cozy hug. As the morning sun shined bright, Pippin trotted out to explore, eager to share his joyful oink with the world. The flowers swayed and the butterflies danced as the friendly piglet's oink echoed softly through the meadow. As Pippin wandered along a winding path, he met Bella the bunny, who was nibbling on a bright orange carrot. When Pippin gave his friendly oink, Bella's ears perked up and she smiled wide. "What a happy sound," she said. Together, they hopped and oinked, making music with their voices. Soon, a little duckling named Daisy waddled over, quacking a cheerful tune to join their new song. The meadow felt alive with laughter and melody. With every friendly oink, Pippin's happiness grew bigger and brighter. He and his friends played hide-and-seek behind blooming bushes and chased butterflies that twinkled like little stars. When the sun began to dip low, the animals gathered under a big tree, sharing stories and soft oinks, quacks, and hops. Pippin felt proud that his simple oink had brought so much fun and friendship to the meadow. The happy chipping sparrow's call. In a sunny meadow filled with blooming flowers, there lived a little bird named Sammy. Sammy was a chipping sparrow, and he loved to sing. Every morning, he perched on a branch and chirped a happy tune that danced through the air. His friends, the bunny, the squirrel, and the deer, would stop what they were doing to listen. Sammy's sweet song made the flowers sway and the sun shine even brighter. "Sing again, Sammy," they would call out, their hearts filled with joy. One day, Sammy decided to sing an even happier song. "Today, I will sing about our fun times together," he chirped excitedly. The bunny bounced, the squirrel clapped his tiny paws, and the deer swayed side to side. They all knew this would be a special song. As Sammy sang, the meadow seemed to come alive. Butterflies fluttered and bees buzzed, dancing along to the rhythm of his joyful melody. Suddenly, something magical happened. As Sammy hit a high note, a rainbow appeared in the sky. All the animals gasped in wonder. "Look at the colors," exclaimed the bunny. Sammy smiled, his heart swelling with happiness. "It's our friendship that created this rainbow," he chirped. Together, they danced and sang under the colorful arch, feeling the warmth of their friendship shining brighter than the sun. From that day on, whenever Sammy sang, the rainbow would come to visit. The animals knew that his happy call was a special gift that brought them together. And so, in the sunny meadow, every day was filled with music, laughter, and the beautiful colors of friendship. Sammy, the chipping sparrow's call, was not just a song. It was a reminder that joy shared with friends creates magic in the world. The happy octopus's tentacles. Deep beneath the sparkling waves lived Ollie, the happy octopus. Ollie had 8 long, wiggly tentacles that he loved to use every day. Sometimes he would tickle the fish, sometimes he would twirl like a spinning top, and sometimes he would give the crabs a gentle hug. Ollie's tentacles were not just for swimming, they were for playing, sharing, and making new friends in the big, bright ocean. One sunny morning, Ollie found a shiny, red shell stuck between some rocks. With all 8 tentacles working together, he carefully pulled it free. The little crab inside was so happy that it danced with joy. Ollie's heart felt warm and full because he used his tentacles to help a friend. Then, he twirled around, making bubbles rise up like a bubbly rainbow in the sea. Later that day, Ollie met a shy seahorse who wanted to learn how to dance. Ollie showed him how to move his tentacles in swirls and waves, and soon they were both dancing together, spinning and twirling through the water. All the sea creatures gathered around, clapping their fins and cheering. Ollie's tentacles were the happiest when they were making others smile. The melody of Max and Mia. Max and Mia loved to play in the big, green forest near their home. One sunny morning, they found a shiny wooden flute and a bright tambourine lying on a soft bed of moss. Curious, Max blew gently into the flute, and a soft, sweet sound floated through the air. Mia tapped the tambourine, making it jingle like tiny bells. Suddenly, the forest seemed to wake up. Birds chirped happily and leaves shimmered as if dancing to the new music. Max and Mia smiled wide. They had discovered a magical melody. Excited, Max and Mia wandered deeper into the forest, playing their music together. The melody grew louder and sweeter with every note. Suddenly, a group of colorful birds joined in, singing along in harmony. A little rabbit hopped closer, tapping its paws like a drum, while a squirrel clapped its tiny hands. The forest was alive with music and laughter. Max and Mia laughed too, feeling like the happiest musicians in the whole wide world. As the sun began to set, Max and Mia played their final notes, and the forest gently quieted down. But something wonderful happened. The magical melody stayed in the air, like a soft hug wrapping around every tree, flower, and animal. Max and Mia knew that whenever they played their flute and tambourine, the forest would always sing with them, filling the world with happiness and music. And from that day on, every playtime was a joyful song waiting to be shared. The Clever Cat's Whiskers. In a bright and bustling village lived Whiskers, the clever cat with the twitchiest whiskers you ever saw. Whiskers loved to explore and think up fun ways to help her friends. Every morning, she would stretch her paws and wiggle her whiskers, ready for a new adventure. One sunny day, Whiskers noticed her friend Benny's kite stuck high up in the tallest tree. Benny looked sad because he couldn't reach it. Whiskers thought for a moment, her whiskers twitching wildly as a bright idea sparked in her mind. With a clever grin, Whiskers gathered her friends to help. "Let's build a kite ladder," she said excitedly. The bluebird brought shiny ribbons, the puppy fetched sticks, and Benny helped tie everything together. Whiskers used her twitchy whiskers to measure and guide the perfect length. Soon, a wobbly but colorful ladder reached up to the kite. Everyone cheered, and Whiskers climbed carefully, her whiskers twitching with excitement. She reached the kite and gently untangled it, returning it to Benny with a proud smile. Benny hugged his kite happily and thanked Whiskers and her friends. "Your clever Whiskers and kind heart helped save my kite," he said. Whiskers purred softly, her whiskers twitching in delight. From that day on, everyone in the village knew that with a little cleverness, a twitch of imagination, and a lot of kindness, any problem could be solved. And Whiskers? She couldn't wait for the next adventure, her whiskers twitching all the way. The ABCs of Adventure. Once upon a time, in a sunny forest, there lived a curious little fox named Freddie. He loved to explore and dreamed of going on adventures. One bright morning, he found a magical book that said, "The ABCs of Adventure." With a wag of his fluffy tail, Freddie opened the book and jumped into his first adventure. A is for airplane. Freddie zoomed up high in the sky, feeling the wind rush through his fur. He waved to the fluffy clouds and spotted birds dancing below him. "This is so much fun," he squeaked as he soared through the bright blue air. B is for boat. Freddie splashed onto the sparkling ocean, where he hopped onto a colorful boat. The waves tickled his paws as he sailed to a treasure island. "Look at all the shimmering fish," he called out, giggling with joy. C is for cloud. Suddenly, Freddie found himself bouncing on soft, fluffy clouds. Up, up, and away he went, giggling as he danced with the stars. "I could bounce forever," he laughed, feeling as light as a feather. As Freddie explored the ABCs, he realized that every letter held a new adventure. With a big smile, he closed the magical book, ready for more discoveries. "Tomorrow, I'll find the D for dinosaur," he said, dreaming of all the fun yet to come. The happy northern cardinal's crest. Ruby, the northern cardinal, loved her bright red crest. Every morning, she would sing a happy song from the top of the tallest tree. Her shiny feathers sparkled in the sunlight, and all the forest friends smiled when they saw her. Ruby felt very proud and joyful because her crest made her feel special. One windy day, a sudden breeze blew through the forest. Whoosh! A few of Ruby's crest feathers floated gently away like tiny red leaves. Ruby blinked in surprise and felt a little worried. "Where did my feathers go?" she chirped softly. She decided to follow the breeze and find her lost feathers. Ruby's friends joined her on the adventure. Sammy, the squirrel, scampered along the branches, and Bella the bunny hopped beside her. Even Blue, the tiny bluebird, flew overhead to look out for the feathers. Together, they searched under bushes, behind trees, and near the sparkling stream. After a fun day of searching, Ruby found her feathers caught on a soft patch of moss. She smiled brightly, feeling happy inside and out. "Thank you, friends," she sang. She learned that even if her crest feathers floated away, her happiness and friends made her shine the most. The Sports Squad of Friendship. One sunny morning, in a bright green meadow, 5 friends gathered to play. There was Benny the bunny, Tina the turtle, Freddie the fox, Sally the squirrel, and Poppy the puppy. They decided to make a team called the Sports Squad of Friendship. With a big red ball, a jump rope, and a frisbee, they were ready to have fun and help each other learn new games. First, Benny bounced the ball high and invited everyone to kick it gently. Tina tried her best, even though she was slow, and her friends cheered, "You can do it!" Next, Freddie showed how to jump rope, and Sally giggled as she tried to keep up. Poppy ran fast to catch the frisbee, and when she caught it, they all clapped happily. Suddenly, the frisbee flew too far and landed near a tall tree. Everyone wondered how to get it back. Benny had an idea. "Let's work together," he said. Tina climbed slowly but carefully. Sally helped by holding the branch, Freddie threw a stick to nudge the frisbee, and Poppy waited patiently below. With a little teamwork, the frisbee came back down safely. After their big adventure, the Sports Squad of Friendship sat in a circle, tired but happy. They shared smiles and said, "Playing together is the best." They learned that helping each other and trying new things made every game special. And from that day on, they always played as a team, with kindness and laughter filling the meadow. The Happy Butterfly's Wings. Bella was a tiny butterfly with the happiest wings in the whole garden. Her wings shimmered with colors that changed from pink to blue to golden yellow whenever she fluttered them. Every morning, Bella would wake up with the sun and dance among the flowers, spreading joy with every flap. She loved making friends and watching the garden bloom brighter wherever she flew. One sunny day, Bella noticed something amazing. When she waved her wings near a sleepy flower, it slowly opened up wide and smiled at her. Surprised and excited, Bella fluttered around, touching all the flowers, and they all started to bloom beautifully. The garden was bursting with colors and happy faces, all thanks to Bella's magical wings. Bella felt a warm glow inside her wings whenever she helped the flowers bloom. She realized her happiness could spread to others like sunshine after rain. From that day on, Bella flew joyfully from one flower to another, making the garden a place full of smiles, laughter, and bright colors. Everyone loved Bella's happy wings and the cheer she brought wherever she went. Emma's Elegant Elephant. Once upon a time, in a sunny little village, lived a girl named Emma. Emma loved to explore the magical forest near her home. One fine day, she stumbled upon a giant, sparkling elephant named Ellie. Ellie wore the most beautiful hats Emma had ever seen. There were polka dots, stripes, and even a hat with shiny stars. Emma clapped her hands in delight. "Oh, Ellie, you are so elegant," she exclaimed. Ellie wiggled her big ears and said, "Thank you, Emma. Would you like to dance with me?" Emma's eyes sparkled with excitement. "Yes, please," she giggled. Just then, a gentle breeze blew through the forest and the flowers began to sway. Ellie started to twirl around and Emma joined her, laughing and dancing. It felt like a dream. As they danced, birds flew above them, chirping a cheerful tune. Suddenly, more animals joined the fun. There were bunnies hopping, squirrels twirling, and even a wise old owl that clapped his wings. Emma and Ellie had created a magical dance party in the forest. Everyone was laughing, and the forest was filled with joy. As the sun began to set, painting the sky with pink and orange, Emma and Ellie took a bow. "Thank you for the best day ever," Emma said, hugging Ellie tightly. Ellie smiled and replied, "Anytime you want to dance, just call my name." With that, Emma waved goodbye and promised to return, her heart full of happiness. The Schoolyard of Wonder. Every day, Lulu went to the Schoolyard of Wonder, where nothing was quite like a normal playground. The trees whispered secrets, and the flowers danced when the wind sang. Lulu loved to run under the giggling branches, feeling the soft grass tickle her toes, and looking up at the sky painted with fluffy clouds shaped like friendly animals. Her eyes sparkled with excitement because she never knew which magical surprise awaited her next. One sunny morning, Lulu noticed a new path she hadn't seen before. It was lined with tiny glowing stones that twinkled like stars. Curious, she stepped onto the path and followed it until she reached a shimmering rainbow slide twisting down from the tallest tree. "Wow!" Lulu gasped, her heart pounding with excitement. She climbed up carefully and whooshed down with a happy scream, landing softly in a pile of fluffy leaves that smelled like sweet candy. After her thrilling slide, Lulu met a tiny bunny wearing glasses and a little backpack. "Hello," said the bunny in a soft voice. "I'm Benny, the schoolyard guide. Would you like to see the secret garden?" Lulu nodded eagerly, and Benny hopped ahead, leading her through a gate made of twinkling vines. Inside, the flowers sang lullabies, and the trees grew sparkling fruits that tasted like sunshine and giggles. Lulu picked a glowing apple and took a big bite, feeling happiness bubble inside her like a sparkling fountain. As the day ended, Lulu sat on a soft mushroom seat, watching the sun paint the sky in pink and orange. She felt her heart full of wonder and joy. The Schoolyard of Wonder wasn't just a place to play. It was a world where dreams came alive and every moment was a new adventure. Lulu knew she'd come back tomorrow to find even more magic hiding in the leaves, the flowers, and the laughter all around her. The friendly meadowlark's melody. In a sunny meadow full of bright flowers and soft green grass lived a little meadowlark named Melody. She had the sweetest voice that sounded like sunshine and happiness. Every morning, Melody would perch on a tall twig and sing a cheerful song that made all the animals smile. The bunnies would wiggle their noses, the butterflies would flutter their wings, and even the sleepy squirrels would stop to listen. Melody loved sharing her melody because it made the meadow feel like a happy place for everyone. One day, a gentle breeze picked up Melody's song and carried it all across the meadow. The animals who were far away heard the happy tune and started to follow the sound. Little by little, the meadow filled with friends who wanted to sing and dance together. They hopped, twirled, and laughed as Melody's melody made their hearts feel warm and light. Even the shyest animals found courage to join the fun because the music made everyone feel like one big family. As the day went on, Melody's song grew even more magical. Her melody filled the meadow with happiness so bright that even the flowers seemed to dance in the breeze. Everyone sang together, their voices blending like a sparkling rainbow in the sky. When the sun started to set, the friends sat together, feeling happy and cozy, thankful for the lovely day. Melody chirped softly one last time, promising to sing again tomorrow and bring the meadow alive with her friendly melody. The Guitar of Gratitude. In a little village painted with bright colors and laughter, there lived a cheerful girl named Leela. One sunny morning, while playing by the big oak tree, Leela found a small, shiny guitar hidden in the grass. It wasn't an ordinary guitar. Its strings sparkled like stars, and it hummed quietly as if it had a secret song inside. Curious and excited, Leela picked it up, feeling its magic tickle her fingers. As Leela strummed the strings, a gentle melody filled the air, soft and sweet like a lullaby. Suddenly, her friend Max walked by and said, "Thank you for sharing your toys yesterday." The guitar twinkled and played a happy tune all by itself. Leela's eyes sparkled with surprise. She realized the guitar loved the magic word, "thank you," and sang a special song whenever someone showed gratitude. Excited, Leela ran around the village, sharing the guitar's magic. Every time someone said "thank you," the guitar played cheerful songs that made everyone dance and smile. The baker thanked the grocer, the children thanked the teacher, and even the birds seemed to chirp along with the music. The village felt warmer, happier, and full of kindness, all because of the little guitar of gratitude. That night, under a sky full of twinkling stars, Leela placed the guitar by her bedside. She whispered, "Thank you for bringing happiness to everyone." The guitar softly glowed, as if saying thank you back. Leela dreamed of a world where kindness and gratitude made music everywhere, reminding everyone that even the smallest thank you can create the biggest joy. The Happy Tropicbird's Tale. High above a sparkling blue sea, Tilly the Tropicbird loved to dance with the wind. Her long, shiny tail feathers fluttered like ribbons as she twirled and swooped through the sunny sky. Every morning, she sang happy songs that made the ocean waves sparkle even brighter. All the animals on the island smiled when they heard Tilly's cheerful tunes and watched her joyful dances. One day, while Tilly was playing near the shore, her tail feathers got tangled in bright green and purple seaweed that had washed up on the sand. She tried to pull free, but the seaweed held tight. Tilly felt a little worried, but remembered her happy songs and began to sing softly. Soon, her friends heard her and came to help. First came Carl the crab, clicking his claws with excitement. "Don't worry, Tilly, we'll help you get free." Next, Dolly the dolphin splashed in the waves, and Timmy the turtle slowly waddled over. Together, they pulled and tugged at the seaweed until Tilly's tail was finally free. Tilly twirled in the air, her tail sparkling even brighter than before. Tilly laughed with joy and sang a happy song to thank her friends. "Thank you for helping me. When we all work together, we can solve any problem." From that day on, Tilly's dances were even more joyful, and she always shared her happiness with everyone on the island. Her sparkling tail reminded everyone that kindness and teamwork make the world shine brighter. The happy Vesper Sparrow's melody. In a bright, happy forest lived a tiny Vesper sparrow named V. Every evening, as the sun began to dip behind the trees, V would sit on her favorite branch and sing a special melody. Her song was soft and sweet, like a gentle hug made of music. The animals in the forest loved to listen, and they would stop their busy playing just to hear V's happy tune. Her melody made the leaves dance and the flowers smile. One evening, a soft breeze whispered through the forest and carried V's melody far and wide. The tune floated over hills and streams, reaching even the shyest animals hidden in the bushes. Soon, the birds began to chirp along, the rabbits thumped their feet, and even the deer lifted their heads to join in. V was surprised and delighted. Her little song was growing bigger and happier with every note shared. Together, V and all her forest friends made the happiest melody anyone had ever heard. Their song filled the air like a rainbow made of sound, wrapping the forest in a warm, happy hug. As the stars twinkled above, the animals knew that every evening would be a time to sing, laugh, and share their special song. And V, she felt her heart soar higher than ever, knowing her melody brought so much joy to everyone around.